Hey, guys, we are back with another edition of ÜWatt. As always, I am Jace, joined by my very good friend Squeak. Squeak, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm always good.
Always good. It's gone up. It was okay. Now
Well,
you're good. I like
well,
it. What's been going on this week? Anything in particular been catching your eye? You still floating in space?
no, I've actually been, I've been part of the counter-terrorist unit with your brother.
Okay.
We've been,
Counter-terrorist or terrorist?
no, well, both. We've been shooting people in the face and taking hostages. So, and planting bombs.
You
Well,
pair of fence
but we've also been defusing them.
Okay.
So, we're a bit of both. We're good and bad. We're not fully
Here and
one
there.
or the other. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So we've got a guest this week. Some know him as James, some know him as Big JC123, striking fear into the hearts of those on League of Legends or any other MOBA that he steps foot on. My brother, James, how's it going, mate?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say striking the fear into hearts, but I try my best.
Well, one of two things happens. Either you decimate them with your immense skill, or you deafen them with your gamer rage. I feel it's one of the two.
Yeah.
You gotta remember as well, James is the master of all glitches.
Master
Yes.
of all glitches.
He is the glitch master. He knows.
Heard that quite a lot.
Okay, so
me
yeah,
and
so
Glitch Master.
have you ever been on a podcast before, James? Is this your first experience?
First time.
Okay. So just for the people, I'm gonna get you to choose your favorite console of all time, and your favorite video game of all time.
Console's probably going to be PS2, seeing as that's what I played the most as a child.
Okay, yeah.
Game,
You will be
probably
judged
New
on
Vegas.
this.
Probably New Vegas.
New
Fallout New
Vegas.
Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the game I spent most time on.
Cool. Fair enough.
That is the game that I love.
So yeah, welcome to the show. We're gonna crack straight on with
Thank
it. I don't know if you guys have seen The Division. We've got the beta coming up end of this month. Which
Okay.
should be a good time. But they have said, like, this is what I thought was weird. I can't remember who it was that said it. Let me just quickly check my my research. Director Massive Magnus Janssen said at a recent event in Los Angeles that the game will not be finished on release day. An online game isn't done on release day. We've been working on this game for quite a while, and we're happy to release it, but our work is not done. So they've already got planned like free content and updates like when the game launches, and that's not even the DLC. These things are going to be free.
Yeah, I have heard that still. The thing is, it's that thing of the type of game it is, you need a lot of content in it really to keep it alive.
But didn't it get pushed back? Hasn't it already been pushed back once?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
So,
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure this is supposed to come out, what, mid last year or something?
that's the thing.
September, I thought it was.
So how is it that I'll name it to you, James. How do you feel about these people these companies that make a game, they push it back, and then this guy openly says the game still won't be completely finished?
In today's day and age, it's insane for me, because there's games that obviously they ain't finished. Like, we've been playing Siege, and that's nowhere near finished. I don't think it's broken, but it's at a
Squeak getting
point
killed
where,
by the shooty booty.
oh man, it's at a point where
It's the Roger Rabbit bullets.
if they don't sort it, their game will die instantly. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, that is
He's actually said that they're gonna release it, and it's still not finished.
Yeah, I thought. But I think it is good that they're doing the whole. There's going to be free content. It's not going to all be dependent on DLC, which I suppose is a bit of a nice one. So you don't have to get a season pass.
To be honest, let's think about it though. That is the age of internet gaming and online gaming, isn't it? Release something that isn't fully done, and hey, we'll patch it. Like,
So yeah, James, have you pre-ordered the Division at all?
No.
Okay, because if
I
you get on the Division website, so anybody listening, I think it's for all platforms. Well,
yeah
except for
I
the Wii, you're not gonna be able to get one for your Wii U. But yeah, if you get on the Division website, you can sign up to be on the waiting list if you haven't pre-ordered the game. Pre-orders have guaranteed access to the beta. I think it starts 29th of Jan.
yeah.
And then yeah, if you don't have a pre-order, you can join the waiting list to possibly get a code. So what I've done, even though we've got the pre-order via Squeak, I've also put my name on the waiting list. So we might even have one to give away to one of our ewattians. Just coined it. That's what our followers are called.
ewattians, huh?
You what?
I don't know.
Well,
Need to tweak
I
it.
implore you to think of something better than a ewattian. Not right now. You've got time to think.
Okay. I'll come back to that.
So yeah, also coming up in January, EA Access is going to be free for 14 days as of Tuesday the 19th. So yeah, for 2 weeks we'll be able to play whatever on EA Access, which is pretty cool. Because I've been saying I want to try Battlefront because I missed the beta. I don't want to pay for it, but I do want to try it. So if I'll be able to get the 5-hour trial
Yeah,
up free.
no, 10.
Is it 10? Oh, even
10
better.
hours.
There we go.
Yep. Which for 14 days is really good because you get games like the previous year's sports games. So you have FIFA, NHL, basketball.
Yeah.
You have Battlefield 4, which is really good. Battlefield Hardline's on there, I think, and Dragon Age Inquisition, all for free, like for those 14 days.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. The thing is, though, are you subscribed to EA Access, James?
I am.
Do you not feel, though, that it's really cool that everybody's getting these 14 days, but do you not feel like you should get like a 2-week refund or
It'd
a
be
2-week
nice.
extension to your subscription?
It would be nice, yeah.
But EA would never do that.
No, EA would
because,
never
No,
do
of course
that.
it wouldn't.
EA.
Because EA. But yeah, no, I think that's really cool because, yeah, like I said, I really want to play the Star Wars, but I didn't want to splash the cash when it didn't get great reviews. And watch, it looks like a fun game to play, but it also looks like it would wind me up to no end.
It looks pretty, and it looks
Yeah.
nice, but yeah, gameplay-wise, I don't know.
And I kind of want to see
That's-
how nobody's really explained to me properly how the whole becoming Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker or Han Solo thing works. Like,
You get pickups.
Yeah, they're just pickups on the battlefield. Did you not play the beta?
no, I missed it. I think
Oh.
I'm trying to think when the beta was, but something happened, and I ended up because it was on for like a weekend, wasn't it, or like a week or something, and I was just busy. Like, I downloaded it and just never ever got a chance to play it.
Me and Sprees played it for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
We give it like more than one chance, but it was normally about 5 minutes. Like, I don't think we made it through a whole game.
Is that the one where
So-
Squeak said like your threshold was like 6 minutes and something seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Squeak likes to give things a chance. So, one half of a Amazing World of Gumball. If it takes longer than that for him to like it, then he doesn't like it. If you haven't seen the Amazing World of Gumball, Squeak, I suggest you watch it. I think you'll enjoy it.
No, I've seen it.
And did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I know you so well. Moving on. On Xbox, there's been something that you've been asking for ages, Squeak, that you wanted because it was on our 360s and it's not made it to the one. Now, it was mentioned before that it is coming, but they have said that it's not coming until summer at the earliest.
Why?
They just said that they've been focused on other things, and obviously they were focused on getting out the new Xbox One experience that we have now, and that was what they put all their manpower into. But yeah, Xbox boss Phil Spencer said on Twitter, he replied to somebody just saying that won't be before summer. Sorry to say.
See, I just don't understand. Like, it feels almost like the hardware with Xbox is an upgrade, but the software is just
Like they've
a
gone
downgrade. Yeah,
they've
it's
gone
just
back to the
backwards.
beginning. Like,
It's really
well, actually,
really
I swear,
odd.
360 could play background music from the
From
get-go.
day one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they tried to push it as this media center thing, and Xbox Music is a thing. So
Yeah.
why would they not have it incorporated so that
And-
if you're paying for Xbox Music, you can just listen to it whenever?
And the thing is, you're essentially running a Windows OS, and I mean, you can run stuff in the background on that. So I mean, you know what I mean? It's a bit odd.
That's the thing, and it's bad business in the sense of their competition. PlayStation have had it for a while. I think they've got Spotify.
They
You
got
can,
Spotify.
you can
Yeah,
play it
that's what I
on.
was gonna ask. What are we gonna get? Because at the moment we've got that Groove music thing on there, and I'm not
Okay.
even sure what the hell that
I
is.
haven't even touched that. The thing is, you can play your own music. If you put music onto your OneDrive, you can play your music on your OneDrive, but it has to be snapped, which again I find weird.
Okay.
Snapping just it's a cool feature if you're using it really quickly, but when you're in game, I feel like
It
it's
takes
just
up
a
too much of the
hindrance.
Yeah,
screen.
it takes up
Yeah.
Yeah.
unnecessary space. So like now, if we were to like minimize Skype whilst we're having a conversation, it becomes that little window in the bottom corner. Like why
Yep.
not have the snap come up like that? If it's a music player, if there was an Xbox music player, make it so that it just becomes that little window in the bottom right corner.
It'd be good for streaming if it did it like that, because obviously if you're streaming from your Xbox onto Twitch and you have like the little thing in the corner with the music that you're playing,
Hmm.
like a lot of people do like to know what music's being played. So if it's a new song, they obviously can go listen to it themselves.
I find it weird as well how like I mean I don't know what sensitive data could become available from doing it, but why is it that when you're streaming, if you come off of the game, it does like that
That
Yeah.
weird
The
screen.
will be right back screen, yeah,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
because whereas if you're on a PC and you minimize whatever window, whatever patch that you've chose to stream, like that will always be visible. So I don't
with
understand.
with OBS, I know you can like screen capture like a screen. So if you're playing a game and you minimize the game will still stay on the screen while you're minimized it,
Okay.
sort of thing. So yeah, I know you can do that on PC, but yeah, the be right back screen is a little bit annoying because if you have bad internet, that comes up quite a bit.
Yeah, and then there's the whole thing with PlayStation. PlayStation are doing quite well with the things that we want. I think that
Party
somebody at Sony has been listening to us on Xbox, and it's just going, oh, I like that idea, and then boom, it's on the PlayStation.
It's the party chat.
Yeah.
That party
You
chat,
can
I
choose to
think,
make your
kills
voice
it.
public or not.
Because the thing is, it's like, it's when you're in party and you're playing a game and you can be catching jokes, and when you're streaming, people will just catch your side of it,
Yeah,
and
you
it'll
sound like
just
a
be
madman.
rubbish. You just sound like an idiot. Yeah, just laughing to yourself. Like,
Oh, Jesus. So, I mean, Microsoft is letting the team down. I feel that, Squeak, you should be able to have the best comparisons. What is it that makes you stay with your Xbox? Is it literally just the social aspect?
Friends.
yeah, it is. It's the thing is, the console war thing is done, isn't it? That was really just a big marketing thing if you think
Yeah.
about it. Like, oh, Sony's better, no, Microsoft's better, and it's like, it's and even now, it's the exact same sort of console setup sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no real difference. You can get the games on both, so it is purely the social aspect. I think, like you say, I think Sony's doing well with some of the features, like the streaming and the party chat with your voice. Like, and the thing is, those people can opt out. So I mean, like, say we're playing and James doesn't want to be heard, then cool. He just like opts out of that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's
it's
the thing.
not it's not a big thing. Do you know what I mean? It's the small things. It's the details that Microsoft are
The
missing.
thing is,
That's what I feel.
I can see this becoming like the iOS and Android thing, where Android allows you to do so many things from the get-go, and iOS just drip-fed users. Like
Yeah.
on the first set of iPhones, on the first load of iOSs, you couldn't choose a background. Whereas Android, you had that access, and then oh yeah, we can have backgrounds now. Oh yeah, we can do this. Like, I imagine over time, it will be that Xbox have done this, that, and the other, made all these updates, whereas PlayStation have made less updates. But PlayStation have already had the things in place; they don't need to
Yeah.
update it.
I think this is where Microsoft are doing it wrong because it's like I say, like the hardware in terms of coming through on the 360, it's up there. But then like the software itself is a big step back, really. Like, I mean, cool, you've got the snapping, you've got the DVR features and stuff like that. But I mean, if you've not got even the basics, why are you moving to advanced things? Like,
Yeah, it's
you're just skipping steps and then you're going back to it because people actually want the basic things. Like, so.
James, quick question for you, mate. You
Hello.
have you still got your Wii U?
No, we sold it to my sister.
Okay, so does that have any sort of feature with streaming? I just wondered if Nintendo decided to have anything like that, like an app.
No, I don't think so. The thing is, they're really fickle when it comes to stuff like that, Nintendo, because there was obviously that point on YouTube where every video was being striked if it was Nintendo,
Okay.
and then you had to sign some sort of into like their program, so they got like money from your videos.
They're almost
But
like
yeah,
a
I don't.
gated community, aren't they,
Yeah,
Nintendo?
very much so.
The thing is, isn't Nintendo like, aren't they quite strict on their sort of videos and YouTube
Yeah,
videos and
because
things like that?
obviously
Like,
it's not so much R-rated, is it? So if most people are gonna with Nintendo, kids are gonna watch that. So I think they do try to shelter that sort of, you know what I mean, like the
but
concept of them being a.
but even in the sense of like copyright claims and things like that on YouTube is what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. Like, I swear that like one of them up there that was sort of claim copyright to anything out there sort of thing.
Well, that's the thing with. I'm obviously not 100% on the YouTube stuff because I'm not a YouTuber, but it does seem like most like even getting striking people for showing your content is a little bit strange.
We've had a few strikes.
Yeah.
But like especially with walkthroughs and stuff like that, like because people will tune into walkthroughs, like one episode or maybe two episodes just to see what the game's like, and then go buy it themselves.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, see, I think with YouTube and copyright, like infringements and strikes that they put against people is kind of stupid because it's that thing where people have the right to criticize and review things as it is, and like in turn it sort of becomes their content. But it's like that thing of like it's free advertising.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, I understand if we monetize something and we're getting millions of people, and there's millions of people were clicking whatever, so that we were generating revenue for something that wasn't ours, and we were just putting it on there. I would get that. But what I don't get is how, one of the videos that Squeak tried to use for a previous I'm gonna go previous episode, was that he was told he wasn't allowed to use it because it wasn't allowed to be monetized or wasn't allowed to be showed anywhere. But like, we're not monetizing anything. We're not making anything off it. We were just showing a clip amongst the clips.
That's the thing.
I understand if
It's
we were
very
making
odd.
money, but
Like I understand it's their IP and like their like property, but yeah, it doesn't make sense a lot of the time the way that like companies work. It's sort of selfish, but it works against them at the same time.
yeah,
Like,
just makes them grumpy bastards, doesn't it?
and I think as well, it's not just it's things like where they will put a strike against you in that because you're giving it a bad review, and it's sort of realistically the reviews and critiques of it wouldn't be that bad if you made a decent game. So you're striking it on the sense of it's a bad game, and you know it's a bad game. So why have you put it out to begin with?
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you can openly put something out there and have it critiqued and reviewed and stuff, you be quite confident in what you're putting out there, wouldn't you? Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
If you're calling it a finished product,
yeah,
then yeah.
I mean it's like Rainbow's been quite good. Like they've addressed issues that they've got and things like that. But it's like other games where they just ignore the problems, and they're the games that die off, and they're the ones that damage reputations as well, because it's sort of like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a bit
I get you. I get you.
kind of
How
went
many
off the
games do
tangent.
you guys have on Steam?
On Steam.
On Steam, how many games
Oh.
do you guys have? Like in your
I know.
library, if we just had to give it a ballpark figure.
Oh, I'm booting up my Steam. All right. I'd say about maybe 30 in the area.
I'm looking at I'm looking at my games library right now. I have exactly 264 games.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Squeak buys games.
How many?
quite often.
How many of those games are completable? Like have a story mode that you can complete.
Oh, you mean like full finished products?
Yeah.
The majority of them. I've got a few early access sort of things like that, and yeah, I'd say the majority
I
of them.
mean, could you ever see yourself actually completing the majority of these games?
No, because
Uh,
a lot of them were in the sales and are actually quite shit.
there's a few games that cannot be completed, like clickers and like simulators. But there's a few games here that I've got, like Papers, Please. I could like that's easily completable.
Mhm.
I could complete. I have 30 games on my Steam. I could complete maybe 5, 6.
Okay, well, imagine there is a guy. He's known on Reddit as the multitasker. He has a YouTube, multi space tasker, and he is on a crusade to complete every game on Steam. Every game.
Is
Every
it
game.
every like?
Like
Yeah,
his
that's
his
my
crusade
question.
is to complete the whole of his library, basically.
Is it every
He-
game, or is it every
so-
game that can be finished?
So I believe it's that can be finished because he
Okay,
knows.
yeah, right, that makes sense.
Like on Reddit, I think he said on there that he knows that it's an impossible task, but he's gonna give it a good crack. And like his YouTube, it's just full of videos and just walkthroughs. And I mean, just having a look through now, I mean, he's got like there's some Half-Life on there, a Kane the Kanoichi walkthrough, Half-Life Blue Shift walkthrough, Time Shift 2005 beta walkthrough, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. There's a Resident Evil, Trine, Chernobyl Commando, Trine 2, Damnation. Oh, what else is on it? Like this guy is just Trine 3. Oh, he's going through the series of Trine. I see Deadfall, The Baconing. I don't know what that game is, but it sounds tasty. And yeah, it's just like the amount of games that we do. I guess we're kind of spoiled now, aren't we? Because I still haven't finished Fallout 4.
Okay.
I've done like the first episode of Tales from the Borderlands. I
See,
haven't
the-
even touched the story for Black Ops.
The thing is, like, I think Fallout 4, you could say that is almost open-ended.
Like he's not 100% in them, but he's going from beginning to credits. That's what he's deemed as a completed game.
Okay, yeah.
Because I guess 100% would be even further, do you know?
Yeah, that'd be,
But yeah, I'm just thinking like, you know, if you were to look at your games library now, what's the last game you guys completed?
Fallout 4.
James?
Fallout 1.
Is that because you just played it recently? Yeah.
No, I played that before Fallout 4 came out. Actually, no, Life is Strange would have been mine. I finished episode 5 a couple of weeks ago.
And it's so
You know
far...
what? Mine is Pokemon. What's it called? Pokemon Soul Silver or whatever the gold one is.
Yeah.
That's the last game I completed. Cause
Oh, you mean like, if we meant on Steam, sorry, the last game I completed... Actually, no, same thing.
Yeah. That's the thing. I can't think. I play a game and I get really far and I do enjoy it, but then the next thing comes out.
I think I would have been Fallout for me, but my favorite game is New Vegas, and New Vegas gives you the whole RPG element.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 was super underwhelming. Like, I got maybe 3/4 into the game and was just like, I can't play this anymore.
I do think Fallout 4 swung more to being like a shooter
Yeah.
with RPG elements rather than an RPG with shooter elements.
I like how creative people had to become in order to have a technically pacifist run. Have you seen that? Where people have like, because the guy that made it, basically said that there was no way to complete the game without killing people, without getting your hands dirty. So it was interesting that people have done these videos where the killing has been done via their companions.
Okay, yeah.
So they themselves have not killed anyone. They've got through the whole game without their own body count.
Are you on about the guy?
There's more than one person that's done it.
Oh, I was gonna say, because the guy who got sort of quote unquote famous from it, he killed the people that he needed to kill. Like, he killed.
I was gonna say, didn't he kill Kellogg and that?
Yeah, he killed the people that were supposed to die.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Wow. Jesus, have him on the show. We can't have him on again if he's doing stuff like that, can we? Jesus Christ, James.
I'm getting told off for the spoiler. Still not. I didn't say the name. Fine.
No, it's all good. Yes, I mean, I'm really racking my brains because I can't think of games that I've completed, and it's really bugging me.
See what? I think the thing is, though, when you look at certain games as well, they're not really there to be completed. Like Elite Dangerous, that will be forever open-ended.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with multiplayer.
Rainbow Six. That's got
I
no
was gonna say,
like.
yeah.
If you class the what are they called, James? Operations, is that?
Operation, the situations.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call them because I wouldn't say there's enough of a single player element to even class it as.
But we're in that age now where it's multiplayer, like Black Ops with COD even. Like we're in
Yeah.
that age now where games try to expand their life because, like, if you have a single player experience, people are going to put it down after a while because they're done with it.
I think the thing is that, I mean, my opinion on it is that, with my cynical hat on, is that developers are too lazy to create a really good single player game. If you create a really good single player game, like Bethesda does with the Skyrims and the Fallouts of this world,
Witcher.
the game just keeps going. But if you have something where it's online and you prestige, then it's up to you how long you play it for, because it's like, so FIFA is a game that will never end because it just keeps going on. You just keep playing football, keep playing football, keep playing
I
football.
played that for the first time in
Do
3
you,
months yesterday. Turned it off
do you,
after about an hour.
do you want to know why it is? It's because gamers on the whole feel entitled and are quite spoilt with things.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, the last proper single player I played, not that I bought, that I played fully, because I bought stuff on PlayStation since then, but is BioShock Infinite, I'd
Okay.
probably say. Like, if you're not counting
Fallout 4?
Fallout 4,
I was going to say
yeah,
Fallout 4.
like, but we always talk about that. So, but like,
The F word.
proper solely single player that I bought on my PC was BioShock Infinite, and I'd say that was an amazing story. And Metro as well, Metro Last Light, and even the first one, the Redux, they're really good. And I can keep playing them over and over, but certain people won't do that, and certain people get all a bit like, oh, well, why am I paying like £40 to £60 for like a single player only game that's gonna last me like 12 hours,
Yeah.
maybe more, sort of thing.
That's
Like,
the thing.
it's the single players where they bring them out and they're like 6 hours long that ruin it for them, really, because it's sort of like no one really just wants a single player because it's like, oh, I played that once and I finished it in 6 hours. It wasn't even worth me buying. Like,
Talking about solely single player games, did you play that? Was it Until Dawn? Is that what it's called?
yeah, that's what I was mentioning when I was saying about what I bought on PlayStation. I bought that in Mad Max, and
Have you been getting on with Until Dawn?
I've not touched it yet.
I've been watching people play it.
You know why
I
I've
really
not
want you
touched
to
it yet?
stream.
I want to
the
stream it.
96-hour stream. That's what I want.
That's the thing. I want to stream it, but I'm caught up in Rainbow and talking to people. With
That's
streaming, I feel
Well,
it's
the thing
like
is, I guess
like
at the same
solitary.
time though, if like you were to incorporate Ellis into your conversation, then at least you got that element of you talking to somebody and you got somebody to laugh at your gasps and your cries. I'd say invite Ben to the party, but we all know that
He will.
certain people aren't allowed to play their consoles anymore. I'll keep him anonymous. I won't say his name, but Ben Jenkins.
You said it before anyway. You said you could invite Ben.
Ben Jenks 96. I'm not calling him out or anything like that, but you could invite him to party and have a chat with him whilst you play it. Maybe you and Ellis should do like a race through of Until Dawn. Like both of you stream, both of you in the party, and just see who gets the furthest within like agree a timescale, because I assume that Ellis will be scatty and stop to cook food, and
I was going to say
general Ellis things.
Until Dawn though, it's decisions, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd want help with decisions, not because I feel I make bad decisions, but like I might like a person, but everybody else might be like, oh no, they're an actual dick. Like, just though
I guess it's like back to Walking Dead, isn't it? When you had to make those choices on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's like, do you save this person or that person? Do you kill
But
this person
Kenny.
or that person? Whoa.
He pissed me off, man.
I just want to clarify, he said Kenny, not Kinney. Kinney.
I thought I was quite clear with that. Kenny.
Say Kinney.
Kinney?
Say Kenny.
Kenny.
Kinney.
Kenny.
Kenny.
Kenny?
Say Kenny.
No. We're not gonna keep doing We're not gonna do this all day.
Subject of Kinney, I'm quite looking forward to. So over on Sunday Segway, they regularly talk about wrestling that's the main theme of their podcast. But they've been doing the retro roundtable where they've been talking about. They were doing wrestling from back in the day and discussing pay-per-views and shows. But soon they're going to do a retro roundtable on retro games, and we've been invited on. So me and Squeak are quite excited. It's our first public outing as a couple.
Can I just slow you down there because I don't normally get excited.
But you did.
Did I?
You sent me an emoji with a kissy face, and then when I sent you a ring, you sent me a church with a heart above it and loads of celebratory banners.
You know what? Why are you out in our bromance?
You said you weren't excited.
I told you that stuff in strict confidence.
Sorry.
Your eyes only, along with the pictures.
I'll buy you a purple dildo to go with the green one.
Oh God.
I don't have it. And
moving on. Talking of completing games. There's, James recently introduced me to AGDQ and SGDQ. James, do you want to just give a little insight for the people that don't know what this is?
AGDQ is Awesome Games Done Quick. SGDQ is Summer Games Done Quick. It's a gathering of speedrunners who all gather in a hall and they speedrun games for 24 hours, 7 days, all week. The stream doesn't stop. Different people come in, they put their game on, they speedrun it as quickly as they can.
The thing that I found really cool is that it's all for charity as well.
It's
so
it all goes to charity.
One thing that I couldn't figure out, I don't know if you could enlighten me, is like when I was watching some of the videos after stuff you sent me, people were putting in donations to choose whether to save the animals or kill the animals. What was that about?
Basically, all week long they have incentives. So like if they'll reach a certain point, they'll play this game, or if they reach this certain point, they'll finish a game a different way. But every single AGDQ or SGDQ, they play Super Metroid as the second to last game.
Okay.
And there's a bit right at the end of Super Metroid where you can go into a little pod just off the edge, and there's animals in there, and you can either save them or kill them. A lot of people donate quite a lot of money to either save them or kill them.
Well,
if you save them,
for me.
It's a really old game. You should play it. If you save the animals, I think it takes off like 10 seconds or something. It's something like that.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. Because the thing that I liked is, with quite a few things with streams when people get donations, like, does it work in the same way that when it was Twitch Plays Pokemon? If I was to put in $1,000, would my vote hold more weight than your $100?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Because I was just hearing it and it just kept saying like people were putting on their messages and stuff with their donations, and they just kept saying like I vote to kill the animals. I was like, what animals? Have they just got filled just full of rabbits?
Yeah, it's your
at
first
the end
time
of the stream, they just
sort of
slaughter the rabbits.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I said, it's been there every single one. As I know of, I've been watching it since 2013.
Okay. Yeah, I've been watching a few, and yeah, it's just been pretty cool as they talk through the way they do things. So I was watching somebody do a speedrun of Donkey Kong, and just them hitting certain glitches, or when they were talking about like Donkey Kong is actually useless in Donkey Kong. The only thing he's good for is dying. You want to use Diddy Kong the whole game to do speedruns and stuff like that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I've heard of like speedrunners and stuff like
insane.
That, but I'd never heard of that stream. That's the thing. You're our Twitch guy. That's what you are. You're the Twitch reporter.
If you do need, that's me.
Because on the YouTube, I've got the clip of like that Stepmania and stuff, and I don't. Did you watch the video of Stepmania, Squeak?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It is insane. It is stupidly crazy, that game. Like last year's SGDQ, they did Tetris, and like at the end they were showing this guy, and the blocks that he put down would disappear, and the block that he was using would flash once and disappear. So he had to remember where everything was, where he's moving his thing, and what the shape was.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like
the thing is with the Stepmania is I just imagine somebody. Obviously, they're using a keyboard and pressing the tabs. Could you imagine somebody trying to do that with their feet?
With their feet.
I'd have been more impressed if I saw him dance that shit.
If he danced it, that would have been even worse. Like minds would have blown.
That's cool. I find it interesting when I think it's Psycho who's done a few. He talks a lot like this. I don't know if you've seen his videos, but he does like glitch quests and stuff. And he done one where he completed Pokemon in 0000 via a glitch.
Have you ever seen the infamous like Pokemon glitches where they would completely like the screen would do that. You know that old
Yeah.
Nintendo thing where it would, before you had to blow the cartridge, where it would all
Yeah,
glitch
that's
out a
the
little.
thing. Like Psycho's done loads. He found as well what he claimed to be the secret boss of Pokemon. You can like when you do whatever glitch and then go through a door at so many steps, like it puts you in a battle and you battle Professor Oak, and one of his Pokemon is actually missing
Wait,
though.
wait, what?
Exactly,
I've
you can
never
battle
seen that
Professor
before.
Oak. So you can
That
look him
sounds
up.
cool.
But Psycho, I think it's SCYKOH. So he's got like his plays where he just plays, and he's got his channel where he does series. But that's pretty cool. So yeah, the reason why I mentioned Pokemon really quickly there is to do with our WhatsApp of the week. Now it was mentioned on the page and on the Twitter that Pocket Mortys is a thing. Have you guys
I've seen a
seen
video for
anything?
this. I've seen a video for this, and I love the series, and this just like it makes me wish that I did have an iPad or something to play it on, because I won't play it on my phone.
Well, it doesn't play
Because
too badly on the phone. The thing that's good is that you can save it to the cloud, and you can then pick it up
I
on another device.
I
Now,
love the setting for it though.
have you seen anything of it, Squeak?
Nope.
It's basically it's Rick and Morty. So have you seen Rick and Morty? You familiar with Adult Swim's Rick and Morty?
No.
So they are basically a parody of Marty McFly and the Doc.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's I haven't watched too much of it, but it is pretty joke and
It's funny.
it's just insane. And this one is based on a multiverse theme. So is Rick Morty's granddad or something along those
Yes.
lines?
Yes. Rick is Morty's granddad. Yes.
Yeah. And so he's talking about how he's made this multipad, and in the multiverse there are loads of Mortys that are paired to their Ricks, but they've been getting separated. So there's become this thing throughout the multiverse where collecting Mortys is a thing that people do. You end up being approached by a Rick and Morty from another dimension, and he mentions how your Morty is the legendary one because it's pure. And then as you play through the game, you end up going to this place. There's a council that say you have to get badges to defeat members of the council to try and get your portal gun back. It could be so much better. I mean,
Oh,
I've
really?
noticed that on the home screen it does say version 1.0.0, so it is the most basic thing. So I'm hoping updates will come and it will improve quite a bit. But it kind of works in, you know how Pokemon had your fire, your grass, your water, and then there was that wheel. Like
Yeah.
on this one, it's rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
And so there's loads of different types of Mortys. You level them up through battling just like you do on Pokemon. Then, if you want them to evolve, what you have to do is catch two of the same, and then you combine them at the daycare. So even if you leveled it up to 50, if you didn't combine it with another exact same Morty, so like Scruffy Morty plus Scruffy Morty makes Unkept Morty, then Unkempt and Unkempt makes Hobo Morty. So that's the one that I recently made today, and it is pretty good, but there's so many things about it that could make it better. So, for example, every single move that you do, the animation is the same. So like it just does like a swipe mark on your enemy Morty, or does a swipe mark on your Morty. And then if you were to use a move that buffs you, whether it buffs your attack, your defense, your speed, your accuracy, whatever, it's the same animation. So it gets a bit visually boring there. I mean, it's quite fun hearing Morty wince every time he's attacked. That's quite fun. Or like hearing Rick like shout commands at him and Morty just pleading, like saying, "Can't we just stop the fighting?" It's pretty good, and I hope that it will build upon it. So I'm gonna say, like, with what it is at the moment, they've got like what's the thing called? Do you know the thing where you put your 20p's in, you twist it, and you get the ball out? What are those called?
Oh, I know what you mean. 20p machines. That's all I've ever known them as.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could get with that. If you wanted to, you could pay money to get tickets to use this 20p machine. That's its official name from now on. But when you go through a portal and beat everybody in the portal and beat the gym leader, if you will, once you beat that person in that domain, you get a badge. When you get so many badges, you fight a member from the council. When you defeat that member of the council, then you get a token from them to use a 20p machine. And from the 20p machine, you'll get like what they call serums or your potions. Can't think what the other things are called. But yeah, you get items, and then you will get a Morty. But I don't know if they're premium Mortys or if you can find them, because I haven't played it that much in the few days it's been out. But yeah, it's all right. It's got a bit of improving to do. There's a crafting system. So what are they called? It's a something manipulator chip, which instead of using Pokeballs, you basically staple those to Mortys so that they think that you're their Rick. And you can create those, you can craft them. So there's a little bit of a crafting element to it as well, and you can find recipes. But I'm surprised how after the first day of the game being out, somebody already had a full recipe list.
Oh wow.
And
That's the way of the internet. There's always people like that, isn't there?
I just found it insane because I guess back in the day it would have been spending ages if you were crafting something, figuring out how to do it. Because I mean, even stuff like Minecraft is still a bit of a pain in the ass trying to find the recipes to craft stuff.
Back in the day, you'd have the magical cheat book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they were always made out of just no matter how new it was, you could get the magazine with a fresh cheat book.
Yeah.
And that book was always really old looking, wasn't it?
That weird paper, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to say with Rick and Morty, I want to give it a 3.5 because if you play it looks really good. The animation and stuff on it, in regards to the colors and just the walking around. Yeah, I quite like it. I like the way that they've got all these different. I think it's nods to other episodes of some of the versions of Rick and the versions of Morty.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd been episodes.
So it's one of those where there's some things that I can't really appreciate because I haven't seen that much of it. But having things like the Schmeckles, that's the currency on there, and when all of your Pokemon, your Mortys, when all of your Mortys get knocked out, then Rick passes out, and it shows a screen where he says Wubba, what's it, Wubba Lub Dub Dub.
Wubba Lub Dub Dub, yeah.
And then he's taken to the center by a Birdman. So yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I hope that it will improve. Right now it's a 3.5. I'm hoping that if they were to add more Mortys or add other types, not just the rock paper scissors thing, then it could improve. Or if it had a bit more of a. The problem is that you start off in this place where the health center is and where the store is, and then you can go to the council or you can go through this portal and go through the thing of fighting the people there and then go into the gym. If you fight the people and go to the gym and get knocked out, you go back to the health center, have to go through the portal, and it will be randomly generated again. It's not the same one. So say, getting caught in trainer battles, say you've beat 4 or 5 of them, and then you get to the portal, you get to the final one and he knocks you out. When you start the next one, you have to fight every trainer you see again. It's not like in the old one where you'd fight a trainer, in Pokemon, you fight a trainer, you leave, you go back in and that one's already defeated, you don't have to do it again. It's not like that. Yeah, so it's a bit of a pain. So 3.5 for Pocket Mortys. It's definitely worth a try though. Do you know what it is, Squeak? It's one that we like. It's a good toilet game.
Okay,
because the thing that bugs me is that my toilet is just out of the Wi-Fi. What's it called? Area of operations. And yeah, so when I try to play stuff on my phone, if I don't want to use my 3G, I'm limited to what I can do. Same with if I've got my iPad. There's so many games that I feel should be playable without an internet connection, but you need an internet connection. It grinds my gears.
It does it? It grinds your gears, does it?
So, as always, after our WhatsApp segment, we've got a shout-out. James, have you thought about this? Do you have anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
No, I wasn't even aware that I was allowed to.
Ah, well, you're allowed. Who would you like to give a shout-out to?
I don't have anybody. I would have thought of this before, but I wasn't even aware.
Well, without sounding too, cryptic, there is a gentleman in your bedroom, is there not?
Yeah, my friend. Let's shout out, Will. I don't know if he follows you or not. I'm not sure.
Well,
I've told him multiple times.
I think he does follow the page. I'm not sure if he subscribed to the YouTube. But
okay, he just told me he does, so yeah.
Okay, so
I don't want to say it. You made it sound so weird saying there's a gentleman in his room.
A gentleman caller. Squeak, do you know what surprised me? I went to poker on Thursday, and my mum was just discussing the things that she liked about last week's podcast. I was like, okay. She fully listened to it. She's talking about you and your time traveling and your theories of. I was like, whoa, and then something else was being discussed later on. Then she mentioned something that was at the end, and I was like, she's actually listened. So I'm not going to give her a shout out yet because if you go back quite a few, there you go, Mum, a task for you. If you go back, I did say that it will get to a point where I will run out, and then I'll be shouting out my mum. I'm not going to give her a shout out yet.
That.
You know, she gets the love, the affection, the respect, the admiration, but she does not get a shout out just yet. Which actually makes me think I can't remember who I was going to give a shout out to, which is quite annoying. Do you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Hugsy. I know he doesn't listen, but I'm going to give Hugsy a shout out because he was ghost for quite a while, and I feel like recently I've been able to listen to him, and it's been a pleasant return. Although he hasn't said, but they don't they do. He hasn't done that yet.
Has he ever done that?
Yes, when we used to play COD 4, he used to do it all the time. All the time.
Damn.
He used to always say it, but they don't they do. Because he'd
I'm
be
pretty-
saying something.
I'm pretty sure he didn't.
No, do you know what? I swear to you. Where would I get it from then? Where would I get it from?
Oh,
It was
man.
him.
Stereotypes,
It was
man.
him. No,
Stereotypes.
because I cannot. You know, if I was gonna do a stereotype, it'd be like fucking, you know, something along those lines, or calm down. You know, either side of your locality. But Hugsy used to say, "But they do though, don't they though?" That is what he used to say.
Did he?
He did.
I don't remember that.
So that's not my problem. He used to say that.
It is your problem.
No, it's not. So
It
yeah,
is. I've
shout
made
out,
it your
shout out
problem.
to Hugsy. But they do, don't they? Don't. Um, as always, thank you for listening. I mean, if you are listening to the show, click the like button if you like. If you don't like it, click dislike. Tell us why though. Don't be a bitch and just click dislike and then disappear. Like, you know, if you dislike, click the button. Tell us
You
why.
what, mate?
You what?
No, and that's the name of it. Not you whatians. You what, mates?
You what,
Plural
mate?
is mate, and then singular is mate. You
Okay.
what, mate?
Do you know, I want to try and have these things so
Boom.
people can. I want the people that are listening. Can you come up with ideas for what you want to be called? So you've got you what mate, or you what mates, or you've got you what Ian's. You know, it's
I like you what, mate, because it sounds like you're always trying to start a fight.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? You what mate? Yeah, I am. You what mate? Yeah, I am. Yeah, no, I do like the you what mate, but I do like the you what Ian's. James, what would you give it? Come on, you've had time to think. What would you go with?
I quite like Squeak one.
You want people to be called Squeak ones?
No, the you what mates.
Okay.
I'd like no, because then it'd not be unique if everyone was called Squeak ones.
I
I suppose we could, you know, the army could be the you what mates, and then we could
each
have
individual is a you whatian.
then we could have the Jasonians and the Squeakettes.
Oh wow.
We could split our people like a
You
red
can
versus
pick-
blue
choose.
situation.
This what you really want to start gang wars
No.
within like because that will happen. I will bring that to your table.
It would be like how, you know, you got the sidemen and they've all got their little, yeah, you know.
Don't start that.
Look, I'm
Be
clicking
united, my friends.
like some West Side Story thing. Like, across the room.
You guys can't see me, just chucking
Roll
out
out.
my moves. So what should we call our followers? That is the question of this week. What shall you be called? If you are listening, thank you for listening. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Tell people to like and subscribe. Go check out the Twitter at @uwhat_. Then you've got facebook.com/uwhatpodcast. I mean, James, do you want to give out your Twitter handle? I don't know how much you use your Twitter, but you're more than welcome to
Yeah, I'm at Jammies. I use it quite a lot.
spell it.
JAMMYZ.
Ah, you can't even spell it. Sorry, silly. I
Oh,
know.
Jesus.
Squeak, any more messages for the people?
Nah,
No?
nah.
James, do you want to have a last word?
Just be ready for the war.
I think that's a good last word. Just be ready for the war. Let's leave it
Okay.
at that.
So thank you, James. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we'll have you again in the future, I'm sure.
Definitely.
And so, yeah, I've been Jace. He's been Squeak. And we'll see you next week.
Later.